Greetings, fellow moviegoers, and welcome to Movie Central, the place to talk about movies, TV shows based on movies, toys based on movies, based on movies, and rides based on movies. I'm your host, Mr. CCS, and this is my pet gorilla, George. Let's get back to the Marvel Universe's space vision. After the surprise hit of the first Guardians of the Galaxy, the team from the first film, including composer Tyler Bates and director James Gunn, returned to make a highly anticipated sequel. The movie was pretty mixed from some fans, but it's my turn to see if it was worth it or should be cut down the throat by Gamora. We're going to be talking about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 today. Let's get to it. Set to the backdrop of awesome mixtape number 2, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 continues the team's adventures as they traverse the outer reaches of the cosmos. The Guardians, played by all the same actors from the previous movie, must fight to keep their newly found family together as they unravel the mysteries of Peter Quill's true parentage. Old foes become new allies, and fan favorites characters from the classic comics will come to our heroes' aids. The Marvel Cinematic Universe continues to expand before our eyes. So yeah, it's a fun story, but not as fun nor as emotional as the first one. It can be kind of weak, but I still think it can be fun. Let's talk about the other attributes of the movie. So the characters. Where do I start? Peter Quill has daddy issues now, and it can get a little annoying, but I still love the character too much because he brings out the nostalgia factor in me and my parents. That's a good thing. Nobody comes at me saying that. Please don't bring this back to haunt me. Gamora has the best character arc alongside her sister Nebula. They both start to show their hatred towards their father Thanos, and they turn from enemies to rivals to friends to real sisters by the end. The character who has been severely destroyed was Drax. My god, he was so bad in this. He turned from a funny yet stern muscle of the group to an obnoxious, loud, and really bully-like character. I don't think that's how he should be. Thankfully, he was fixed in Avengers Infinity War, but I think he shouldn't have changed. Now, Rocket, Groot, and Yondu are all great. Their side plot was the best part of the movie. If I could, I'd like to see a what if episode surrounding these three, because I'd watch that. Now for the new characters. We have Mantis, who is awful. I'm sorry. She's annoying and quite frankly obnoxious in some parts. She can be good in some scenes, and she's good in the 2 final Avengers movies, but I don't like this character in this movie. We've got these gold people who are fine, but kind of bad at the same time. As for the villain, Ego was honestly an villain. Unpopular opinion, yes, but let me explain. I knew who the villain was by name thanks to that god-awful Hulk cartoon, and I hated the fact that his second scene is him taking a piss on a tree. Ugh. There's also a penis joke in there. It's not the first time. You can't do that to Kurt Russell. He's cool. And he's awesome. He's not the kind of guy who's used for comedic relief. Have you seen any of his early movies like Escape from New York, The Thing, and Quentin Tarantino's? What was it called? It was the one with the car and stuff. Overhead voice, can you help me? I'm trying to think. What was it called? Jeez, now I'm just adding fluff. I already know I am. Whatever, that movie with Quentin Tarantino. Yes. He's that kind of cool guy, not the comedic guy. Yes. How freaking dare they? Anyways, his last few scenes were actually great. I liked his reveal despite already knowing it. And I loved this skeleton design here. It made him look threatening. But I never liked him as a villain. Okay, enough about the characters. How are the visuals? They're great. Groot, Rocket, the space battles, and the final visual battle are visual spectacles never to be reckoned with. The music by Tyler Bates is so great and full of adventure, and the action scenes, specifically the first and last ones, are fantastic. So yeah, this is not a perfect movie, oh, far from it, but it is a great one. With a good story, good characters, great VFX, great music, and great action, I'd give it a 9 out of 10. It's fun, but not as great as the first film. Well, that's it for this review. Feel free to leave your comments on the movie below, and tune in next week when I take a look at the 5th Harry Potter movie. With that said, my name is Mr. TCS, this is Movie Central, and that, my friends, is a wrap. See you next week.